happy now. All is now. It's a gift of being a present. Shen Ptah, Ptah-Shen, whichever one rings a bell. For you. But I fuck with both, so I can't decide. Signing back in here. This is gonna be like a video where I was saying I had posted a thought form saying that sin is synthetic. And what does that mean? What do I mean by that? See, in the ancient African culture, right, this is a build up on not just African, but in the old world culture, because the old world was united under some peaceful shit to the point where there was no jails, there was no hospitals, because people weren't getting sick simply because of knowledge, right? What they knew, right? So the spiritual system of the ancient Africans, or the Kemetics, or Kemet, right, was based on the laws of karma, right? This you can't, and it's still here. It is still here. I say the ancient laws, but it is still being practiced, right? At least, I'm practicing this shit, and people are still practicing this shit. Laws of karma. You are, I think every single soul is aware of the laws of karma, right? But depending on how they go through it, experience it, is based on the individual spirit, right? So this is what it was based off of, karma. And when I say karma, this is let's say realizing the, let's say, power, effects, that you have, so as a spiritual being living in a human vessel, right? Realizing that you have the power to either, let's say, heal, create, destroy, right? Heal, create, destroy, right? And this is you can do all this as a spiritual being in a human vessel. So realizing that you are ultimately powerful, right? So you can do all this, so, and then it's like, with that, realizing that power comes great responsibility and ability to respond. That's what responsibility is, the ability to respond, right? So to your external reality and what is put in front of you, so when you realize you have great power, you have to respond with the right, and when we're talking about great power, that's coming with knowledge, right? So or right knowledge, not just any knowledge, right knowledge. Knowledge that is, what is right knowledge? Right knowledge that has been scrutinized, and put under pressure, and has been checked, right? To and been proved to be right, okay? So laws of karma, right? So for example, you I don't even gotta approve that shit, because like I'll just say, like, when we say laws of karma, like that is that's like that's simple. Like I'm living it based off everything I've done in my reality leading up to now, is who have made me the person I am now. That is my karma, right? My ability to respond throughout my whole life, right? So and I said the old world had this, or this old I'm living this, okay? Let me stop saying the old world, right? Because like all is now. I'm living in the now. All is present ultimately. So You know, so when we're talking about laws of karma, you are you know, taking your power. You're taking your power, right? So once, if you don't know that you are a powerful being, you will give your power to the external realm, right? Right, you will give your power to the external realm, and you will start to point the finger on everything that happens in your reality, disregarding the laws of karma, realizing that everything that is, everything, how you're responding to your reality is how everything in your reality is responding back to you, type shit, you know? So whatever you're doing externally is what, you can only give. The old world still actually applies, where it's just like, where whatever you give, you will get back in energy, right? It doesn't always have to be material, right? It doesn't always have to be material, but you know, you will get it back. Like, for example, like, I've been teaching all this whole while, like, and like I can see like everything. I feel, not that I feel, I see and I feel, you know, the growth that I've gone through, like, based off of, you know, everything that my mind has been in, you know, everything that my mind has been in. I can see the growth, right? So and when I say sin is synthetic, so let's get to that now. Sin is synthetic, knowing that, right? So how are you born into sin, right? Realizing that, how can you sin ultimately? How can you sin? The only way to sin truly is to go against yourself, truly, or the spirit, right? Or to go into something. So I like to sin. So when we're talking about sin, when we look at that S, you know, that S is like the serpent, the serpent, like the snake, and then in, and to go in. So serpent in. So like S in. So like and that's low key, like, when you look at the what's it called, the chakra systems, right? And they say, like, in the serpent is supposed to symbolize the kundalini rising, or the 7 chakras once you open up your root chakra. That is that when we look at, you can look at pictures and it will show you the serpent within in. It says it's supposed to look like or what's it called? It's like a wave, right? The wave looks like a serpent wave, or a sine wave, right? So and this is the same wave you can find whenever somebody dies in a hospital, or whenever somebody's in a hospital. Like, they say, like, everybody's line in their wave is not the same. Every single person has a different one, right? And this is your specific wave, right? How you move or feel, or, you know, your wave. And when I say wave, like, that's like everything, low key. Like, you know, and I shout out Dolo the Pilot Man, he be saying Earth is a wave, right? You know, so this is low key you know, confirmation too, you know, where it's like the sine wave, the spirit is like a sort of moves in a wave. So it's like the influence, your influence, that's the best word to use. Your influence, your specific influence, right? So you can't sin against the external, at least, because if that was the case, well, you know, you actually can. Yeah, you can. You know, people be like, you know how people be like sinning against nature and nature's children, like you know, like they think they're getting away with it, but nah, you're really not. You're not, because of karma. So yeah, your spirit has your soul has feelings, and like only people who don't who do evil things and don't really feel bad about it, or those are the people who don't got souls, right? Or those are the people who say they so-called clones, you know. So it's like yeah, it's them people are just like, yeah, they like it's like their astrological programming is not in a right way where you will be able to see them in a way where it's just like, yeah, you as an original being or person, you know. So like, yeah, but yeah, ultimately sin is when, if you're working with karma, if you're in the realms of karma, sin is synthetic, you know, at least to, if you know you are you know, a powerful being, and you know that you are in control of your actions and reactions, right? So yeah, you trust every action and non-action. So yeah, Ptah-Shen, signing out. Catch you next time.